Jai Baba, Chapter 124. It is strange that of all the books written on Sai Baba of Shirdi, not many have much information about Upasani Maharaj. This is what Sainatha spoke about his disciple Upasani. Baba Sai said, "Whatever he is, good or bad, he is mine. There is no distinction between him and me. Now the whole responsibility for him rests with me." When Upasani Maharaj met Baba, he was still on the path of self-realization. He was known to all as Kashinath. Baba sent Kashinath to a temple which was a few hundred feet away from Masjid-I. It was an old, dilapidated Lord Khandoba's temple. The instructions given to Kashinath were clear. He was not supposed to come out of the temple. Food would be sent to him. He was not allowed to eat any other food but what was sent by Baba. He was allowed to come to Masjid-I only for the evening prayers, and once the prayers were over, he had to return to the Lord Khandoba's temple. He was clearly told not to interact with anybody. He was to meditate, pray, and be in seclusion. Kashinath entered the temple, which was inhabited by scorpions and snakes. Baba had assured him that he and his wife and near ones were protected and taken care of in their village. He had to do nothing but obey Baba's wishes and to have faith that Sai knew what was best for Kashinath. One day, Baba told Kashinath that he would come for a meal someday, and thus Kashinath should keep something to eat for Sai. Every day Kashinath would prepare a meal for Baba, but there was no sign of Sai. Thus Kashinath would take the meal to Baba and offer it to him as prasad. Baba would ignore what was placed before him. 3 months later, when Sai was presented food by Kashinath, Baba told him that he had come for food, but he had been shooed away. Kashinath said, how was it possible, as his eyes only searched for Baba? Then Sai reminded Kashinath that he shooed away a black dog who had waited patiently for him to give it some food. He was that dog. Once again Baba said that he would come for food. Sometime later, again Baba told Kashinath that he had shooed Baba away once more. Kashinath kept wondering how this was possible. Baba Sai then reminded Kashinath that he had taken on the guise of a poor untouchable. Kashinath admitted that yes, he had shooed away an untouchable. Years of conditioning had made him look down on untouchables and Muslims. Then Baba told Kashinath, Allah and I are in one and all. You look down on anybody, you look down on God, and you look down on me. These words were the cornerstone in Kashinath's life. Not only had he recognized the voice which had haunted him for years, but he dropped all discrimination henceforth. Kashinath was sent food once a day as per Baba's wish. Then one day Baba stopped sending him food. Upasani Maharaj fasted until Baba resumed sending food to Kashinath. Baba sent Kashinath food after 13 months. Kashinath fasted for those 13 months. In spite of scorpions, snakes, no food and water, jealousy, spiritual and occult occurrences, Kashinath stood steadfast as his master had ordered and directed him to be steadfast. He followed the first law of spirituality. I shall obey, everything else follows, even love. By the end of that period, Kashinath was skin and bones. People stopped calling him Kashinath anymore and began calling him Upasani Maharaj instead, as Upas means to observe a fast. He had conquered the demands of food, and thus he was henceforth called Upasani. For 4 years, Upasani Maharaj stayed in Lord Khandoba's temple. He went through hell. He went through various stages of spiritual growth and then realized oneness. There were many who were jealous of him, but he stayed close to Baba as he truly loved Sai. Baba removed his obsessive disdain of the body by making Upasani Maharaj have a vision. In that vision, he saw that there were two Upasanis. One was filled with negativity and hate, the other filled with goodness. Baba killed the one filled with negativity and evil. Upasani Maharaj questioned Baba that, was he now only good? Baba said, even goodness isn't enough. Nothing should be left, not even the good body, as we are only spirit, pure consciousness, devoid of all bodies, physical, astral and causal. Baba began to send somebody to cook specially for Upasani Maharaj. He began to send devotees to pray to Upasani Maharaj and do his arti. In 4 years, he had removed all karma attached to Upasani Maharaj and conferred godhood on him. This is why Sai once told all those around him about Upasani Maharaj. There was no one else like him. Only God knew his value. His merit was such that if the whole world was put on one side and he on the other, he would be greater. Upasani Maharaj started an ashram in Sakori, which is only 5 kilometers away from Shirdi, as Upasani Maharaj wanted to be as close to his Sai as possible. Yes, there was tremendous jealousy directed towards him by those who wanted Sai's favor and love only for themselves. Upasani Maharaj was very much like his master Sai. He too was mercurial in temperament and did not shy away from abusing one and all or thrashing them too. Once he nearly thrashed a group of Hindu priests who refused to do prayers as Upasani held up the painting of Sai Baba of Shirdi. He didn't care, he loved Baba dearly. When Sai dropped his body in 1918, it was Upasani Maharaj who performed the last rites of Sai of Shirdi. Peace be to all. Baba, help us all to be cleansed of our karmas and give us the wisdom to always remain only at your feet. Jai Sai.